All right. Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining us for our first question and answer session for the 2024 American Birkebeiner week of events. We know that lots of people have lots of questions, and so we're going to do 3 Q&As between now and the event in February to answer some of your questions and keep you up to date with all the latest things that are happening here in Hayward and Cable, Wisconsin. We're super, super excited. This is our 50th year, 50th American Birkebeiner, the 50th Quarterlopet, and we really want to celebrate all of you, all of our participants, all of our volunteers, our sponsors, and our community that has supported us for so many years and gotten us to this point. So we want to share tonight some of the exciting things that we have planned and answer some of your questions. And I know the number one thing that you want to know about is snow and weather. We are not meteorologists, but we will talk about that a little bit more as we get into things here. So we have lots of exciting things planned for this year, and we'll get into some slides here to explain what we have going on. So like I said, this is our 50th American Birkebeiner. You probably all know we have one participant that has done all 50 of them, or that will be doing all 50 of them, and he will be completing his 50th on Wednesday of open track at the open track. That's Ernie St Germaine. We're really excited that it's amazing that has done every single one of them, and we're really excited to celebrate him this year. And everybody else that's going to come and do the Birkie, the Quarterlopet, and the Prince Hoken that week. So one of the fun, exciting changes that we have this year is we have a little celebration right on our bibs. We want everyone to feel a part of the 50th, and we want to make sure that you remember what year was the 50th. So we have a little new design on our bibs, and this also shows what bib Jessie Diggins is going to be wearing. So we're super excited that she is going to be at the event this year and ski her first American Birkebeiner. So some of the things that we are planning, and we hope that you'll all be able to come and enjoy all of these fun things that we have lined up. But we're adding our opening ceremony back in. So Wednesday after the open track event at 5 p.m. in the celebration zone, we will have an opening ceremony. Tony Wise always had an opening ceremony. Super fun, really well attended. We hope that you will all be able to come early and help us celebrate and kick things off with the cheering on the open track participants and attending the opening ceremony. Another one of the really iconic parts of the Birkie and Birkie Week events for Tony and a lot of us since have been ice sculptures. Everybody really feels connected to the ice sculptures, and they're just beautiful and fun things to have. So we're going to bring back some ice sculptures this year. So we'll have a lot of fun things happening in the celebration zone this year. So we hope you as a participant and your spectators and families and friends will come to the celebration zone and see what we have going on there. And like I mentioned already, we are going to have a lot of elite athletes at the American Birkebeiner this year. The weekend before the Birkie is the World Cup at the Lopet Foundation in Minneapolis. And we're really excited that some of these athletes will be spending the whole week in the Midwest and will be joining us on Saturday for the American Birkebeiner. Jessie Diggins is one of those athletes, and we're really excited that she will be here. She's won 2 Quarterlopet races, but has never been able to be at the Birkie. So for the first time ever, she'll be here. Super exciting. So you'll want to catch her at the start, on the finish, or somewhere along the course for sure. But to get to what you all really want to know, and what we know too, is the weather. It's really weird. We know that right now. And we are making plans A, B, C, D, E, and F to try and get prepared for what we might see. We know it's still only the middle of January, so things can change quite a bit. Right now, it's about, almost 10 below out, so at least below 0 right now. And we're actually pretty happy to see this cold weather come in. That will help freeze up Lake Hayward. As many of you know, we have to cross the lake to get to the finish line. So we're happy to see some cold weather and some more winter weather here. But if we look at the forecast, we can see the temperature outlook for the next 3 months has us above normal. And this is, of course, a prediction right now and nothing can tell us exactly how much above normal or what when that will actually happen. But we do know that we are kind of facing a weather struggle coming up, and we're making plans to deal with that. Also, we are in a below normal outlook for precipitation. So as you all know, we still don't have enough snow to fully groom the Berkey Trail, but we're getting actually pretty close. We've gotten a little bit of snow recently, and they've been attempting to groom areas of the Berkey Trail, and in some parts it has been successful. I would not take race skis and your A skis out there yet, but it is starting to look better out there, and the ground is white. So we're working to look at how we can preserve some snow and make some snow for certain areas. So in the hopes of running a full Berkey, and with the training that you are getting and kind of foresee in your future, tomorrow at 11:59 p.m., so that's Tuesday, January 16th at 11:59 p.m., you have through tomorrow to make any changes that you want to your Berkey registration. And I shouldn't say any changes that you want to your Berkey registration, but to make the allowable changes. Many of you know we filled very quickly this year. We have lots and lots of skiers that are hoping to join in for the Berkey. So we have lots of closed waves, but you still can transfer from American Birkebeiner to Coeur d'Alopet, and from Coeur d'Alopet to Prince Haakon, and to some of the open track events. So if you are thinking that maybe you don't want to tackle 50 kilometers or 29 kilometers and you want to move to a different event, if that event is open and the wave is open that you want to be in, you have through tomorrow to make that change. We also have a few other things that are still available. Premium parking. So premium parking at the American Birkebeiner start venue or at the Coeur d'Alopet start venue. There's a limited amount of these spots available, but if you want the convenience of being able to park your car on Friday or Saturday at your event, check out the website right now. You'll find the link to parking under Berkey Week of Events, and buy a parking pass right now to make your day a little bit easier. So we're going to get into questions here soon, and I don't want to take up too much of your time because we will do 2 more of these Berkey Q&As as we get closer to the event that will have more definitive information at those Q&As. But I want you all to know that we do have lots of plans for an exciting 2024 Berkey Week of Events. We have lots of things happening at the expo, at the celebration zone. We are partnering with the Park Theater to show some fun ski related films. The opening ceremony is going to be a great addition. All of these elite athletes that we have coming. And we don't want to not have any of that because of any changes that we might have to have. So we are making a lot of plans for a normal Berkey week, but we're also making a lot of plans for backup Berkey weeks. So right now, just know that we do plan on having different options for you if we need to, and that we're working really hard to make sure that we can still give everybody a great experience and have a lot of fun during the 2024 Berkey Week of Events. But know that if we do have a normal week, we are going to have over 15,000 participants skiing from Wednesday at the open track to Thursday at the Barca Berkey, Barna Berkey, Junior Berkey, and the Giant Ski. Friday we'll have the Para Berkey, the Coeur d'Alopet, the Prince Haakon, and Saturday the American Birkebeiner. So with more participants than we've ever had before, please know that it will take you a little more time to travel around Hayward, to get to the starts, to get on a bus, and be prepared for extra time when you're here, and be prepared to find out more updates on those as we get closer to the event and we see what is available and where we're going to be parking everyone, how to get a bus to those events, and how much time it might take to get there. Also, come and visit us at the Tormenson Snowmaking Loops or at one of our upcoming events. Ski to Ski is this weekend. We will have a 5K freestyle race, a 10K race sponsored by Riverbrook Bike and Ski, a 20K classic race sponsored by Backroads, and a 30K freestyle race sponsored by Gear West. So lots of options for racing this weekend on our snowmaking loops to kind of see what those trails look like. Or just come and visit us anytime on those snowmaking loops for a nice training ski. Next weekend, we also have the Birkie Tour and night race. So come and test out what things might look like. Come and get that long ski in that you might need for Birkie Week in February, and see us at one of those events, or both of them. So Mondays at 7 p.m., Monday, January 29th, and Monday, February 15th, we will have 2 more live Q&As where we will answer even more questions. By that time, we will have a more definitive look at the future forecast. We'll know what kind of shape we really are in here in Hayward and Cable, and we'll be able to give you a lot more answers to your questions. All right, so now I think we will go to some of those questions that you might have. Okay, if we don't purchase premium parking, what is the parking situation? The parking situation without a premium pass will be the same that it is in any other year. We'll have parking at Birkie Ridge. So I'll take a step back. Wednesday, you do not need a parking pass, and you can park at the start for the American Birkebeiner or the Quarterlopet, not for the Prince Haakon. There is no parking at the Prince Haakon venue. Wednesday, you can park at the start. And then, or get bused to the start. But then you will need to find a way back to your car on Wednesday. There's no return busing on Wednesday. There's only busing to the start venues. On Friday and Saturday, busing will be from Birkie Ridge only to the American Birkebeiner start, to the Quarterlopet start, or to the Prince Haakon start. And you'll find more information in our event guide on how to get to those parking lots and how much time to give yourself to get from the parking lot to the start. Where could the finish be if Lake Hayward won't be frozen? So we will definitely be monitoring this very closely. It's always an issue for us and something that we test throughout the winter. We have different options for the finish if we can't cross Lake Hayward. You'll find out more of those probably in the next Q&A, but we want to make sure that that we get in events, that we offer you some really great race opportunities, and they will look different if we can't finish on Main Street, but we'll still have some celebrating on Main Street, even if we're not skiing across the lake. Okay, if I haven't raced before and can't train due to lack of snow, should I transfer to the open track race? Yeah, I think that's kind of a personal preference and what you feel comfortable with. We have fewer people in the open track races, and it's meant to give yourself a little more feeling of less crowds on there, but you should really look at how long it's going to take you to do the race, and what, if you transfer to the open track race, if you have enough time to finish your race, and if you feel comfortable being out there with fewer people. But we think it's a really great option for those that don't want to be out on the race course with a lot of crowds. How many registrants for Birkie Classic and for Birkie Skate? Right now we have about 7,500 for both races total. We have the most Birkie Classic skiers that we've had for a number of years, and those waves actually filled up before Birkie Skate. I love that so many people are really excited that this is the 50th and kind of want to have a throwback event, and are classic skiing again. It's really great to see. So we have about 4,500 skiers in the Birkie Skate race and about 3,000 in the Birkie Classic race. If the tour is on the snowmaking loop, what distance options will there be? Or will we ski around till we are dizzy? Well, I hope not, because then I'll need more medical on course. No, our goal is not to make anyone dizzy. We currently have a 4K loop up there that we are skiing on, but we know that we have to have at least double, if not more, that distance to hold a Birkie event on there. We will, if that is the case, and we are holding events up there at the Tormenson snowmaking loops, we know that we have to have enough distance that makes it safe for people, that you are not getting dizzy, that you can keep track of how many laps that you are doing and be able to have a fun race. So our snowmaking crew is really working hard to stockpile snow right now. We're making plans of what course we could use and how much distance we can actually get up there. We know that it's needs to be an option for us. So we're trying to make the loop as long as possible and making some long-term plans for that. What is the time cutoff for being swept for the Birkie? If I get swept, do I need a ride back? Yes, so good question. 6 p.m. is the cutoff time for Birkie on Saturday, 5 p.m. on Wednesday for the cutoff times. We have cutoff times at all of the aid stations, and we have dropout vehicles that go to all the aid stations back to the finish line. So yes, you will get a ride back, and you will be taken off course if you can't make those cutoff times. Can you explain a bit about the wave? Sorry for time participants here. Everyone on Friday and Saturday get assigned to a wave. That is your start time, and you cannot start any earlier than that start time. So you must start with that wave or a later wave. And it's to spread people out on the course, so you have better flow on the course and everyone can go the speed that they're hoping for. It's not precise science, but it really helps in cutting down some congestion and having the race move smoothly along the course. Yeah. So busing, will busing to the Birkie start from selected hotels be the same this year? Yes. So if you are staying at hotels in and around Hayward, check with your hotel. Some of the hotels do offer busing from the hotel to the Birkie and the quarter loop it starts. So, yeah, we work with the busing company, and we have no busing from hotels on Wednesday, but everyone for Wednesday should park at the spectator lot, which is in Hayward, and then take the bus at the assigned time for their start. So, all right, I know that we didn't get to everyone's questions tonight, and we know that we still have a lot of things that are not answered, but we're really excited for the 50th American Birkebeiner. We're really excited to celebrate what this community has done, not only our skiers, but also our volunteers and our spectators and our sponsors, to really support us over these 50 years and get us to this kind of historic event, I think. Super fun to be here and celebrate it. I'm really hoping that we have a great celebration in February and that you are all able to join us, get some training in, whatever that looks like right now. And we hope that you have a great 50th American Birkebeiner.